for thousands of years, marriage was not about love. It was about economics. It was about property, inheritance, and alliances between families. The idea of marrying for passion, of binding your life to another person because of a fleeting chemical rush, is astonishingly new, barely a century old. Nietzsche once observed, "Love is a state in which a man sees things most decidedly as they are not." When you apply that insight to modern marriage, it explains why so many walk in with stars in their eyes and wake up years later realizing they've signed away their future. Strip marriage of its poetry and it becomes a contract, nothing more, nothing less. And like all contracts, it should be read carefully. Yet most men sign without ever knowing the terms. They place half their assets, their income, and even custody of their children on the table, wagering it all on the hope that emotions that science has shown have an expiration date, will never change. Ask yourself, in what other area of life would you take that bet? Would you invest your savings in a stock that has a 75% chance of collapsing? Would you hand over control of your business to someone who might wake up tomorrow and decide they're no longer interested? Of course not. Yet men do exactly this when they marry without understanding the legal and economic framework. The truth is that every relationship has always been an exchange of value. Pretending otherwise is not purity, it's delusion. Take the example of an older, wealthy man with a younger woman. Outsiders whisper gold digger as if they've uncovered corruption. But what they overlook is that both parties understand the transaction. He brings resources, stability, wisdom. She brings youth, vitality, beauty. Both receive something they desire. There is more honesty in that arrangement than in the marriage where both insist money doesn't matter, all while silently keeping score every time the bills are paid. The real danger is not the exchange, it is the blindness. The man who convinces himself that she loves him solely for his personality, ignoring the financial backdrop. The woman who convinces herself that passion will sustain her even as resentment grows over who contributes what. At least when you buy or sell openly, you know the terms. But when you wrap financial realities in the veil of romance, you set the stage for disillusionment. As Schopenhauer put it, love, in its essence, is but the will to the continuation of the species. Once the biological drive fades, what remains is negotiation. Negotiation most men are unprepared for. This is why the analogy to gambling is so apt. Men are not merely playing for affection, they are playing for survival. Yet they are told not to look at the chips on the table. They are told to close their eyes and bet everything, because real love requires faith. But faith is a dangerous currency in contracts.